Namaskar. Hello my student. Nice to meet you again and welcome to my channel, Wista Wardana. My name is Mr. Agus. For today, you will get mathematics class again with me. Before I start the lesson, please support me by subscribe this channel. It will help me to make more mathematics learning video. And for today, before we go on to the topic, I would like to invite you to pray together. I hope our learning process today runs well. Let's pray together. Dear God, please bless myself, my teacher, and my friend, so we will understand the lesson that we will get today. Dear God. Okay, we already prayed together. And then for today, let's go to the topic directly. Check this out.
Okay, welcome to mathematics class with me again, Mr. Agus. So, for today we will discuss about multiplication and division of fraction. I think this is not something new for you because all of you already learned about multiplication and division of fraction in Word or previous grade. So, it will be easy for you and I no need to explain it more and just get the point of it. So the subtopic is multiplication of fraction, division of fraction, and the last one is word problem. So you have to answer the question in word problem. Start from the first subtopic is about multiplication of fraction. So I would like to go directly to the example because it will be easy to explain to you about multiplication of fraction when you got the example first. In the first example, we have number 1, 2 per 5 times 4 per 6. Okay, in the solution, 2 per 5 and 4 per 6, number 1. Sorry. Two per 5 multiplied by 4 per 6. So I think this is easier than addition or subtraction of fraction that has different denominator, because in this case you have to multiply the numerator and the numerator and then the denominator by denominator. So you will get 2 times 4 as numerator and 5 times 6 as denominator. So the answer is 8 per 30, and then you can change the answer become more simplified by by divided both of them by 2. So 8 divided by 2 equal to 4 and 30 divided by 2 equal to 15. So the simple answer is 4 per 15. This is number 1. Okay. Number 2. Number 2, we have a 3 per 5 multiplied by 4. In this case, we got fraction multiplied by integer number. So you have to change the integer number become fraction for the student who don't know the way to get the answer. But for some student who smart and already understand about this topic, you can get the answer directly without change the 4 become 4 per 1. So in this case, after you change 4 become 4 per 1, you got a fraction multiplied by fraction. So similar like number 1, you have to multiply numerator by numerator and then the denominator by denominator. So you got 3 times 4 equal to 12 and 4 times 1 equal to 5. And then after that, you got 12 per 5, which is numerator greater than denominator. So you have to make it more simplified it by divided 12 by 5. You got the quotient is 2, the remainder is 2, and the divisor is still 5. So 12 per 5 can change but become 2 per 5. So this is the last answer. Number 3. Answer the following question. For number 3, we have 2. 1 per 2 multiplied by 5 per 6. In this case, we got mixed fraction multiplied by proper fraction. So I suggest you to count this problem carefully by change the mixed fraction into improper fraction first, and the way to get the proper fraction, you have to multiply 2 by 2. After that, the result adding by 1. So you will get 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 per 2. So 2, 1 per 2 change into 5 per 2. And then multiply by 5 per 6. You will get 5 times 5 equal to 25, and then 2 times 6 equal to 12. And then this is improper fraction, and then you can change the proper fraction become mixed fraction by dividing 25 by 12. So the quotient is 2, the remainder is 1, and the divisor still 12. So the last answer is 2, 1 per 12. I think this is easy for you. You just remember again about what you had learned in grade 4, so you can easy to understand about this topic. Let's move to the next slide. In the next slide, we arrive at division of fraction. So let's try to answer the example again about division of fraction directly. So number 1. In number 1, we have 2 per 5 divided by 4 per 6. Okay. In division problem, you have to count it carefully because there is important thing here. Before you count or find the answer, you have to change the division sign into multiplication sign. So the first fraction still 2 per 5. Division sign become multiplication sign, and then the second fraction become 6 per 4. This is the most important part in division problem, because if you want to change the division sign into multiplication sign, you have to change the second fraction become 6 per 4. So in the previous step, 4 per 6, and the second step you got 6 per 4. So numerator become denominator and denominator become numerator. After that, you just find the answer by multiply 2 per 5 and 6 per 4. So the answer is 2 times 6 is 12 and 5 times 4 is 20. And then you can make it more simplified again by dividing numerator and denominator by 2. So you got 6 per 10. And then you can change it again, become 3 per 5. So the last answer is 3 per 5. Okay? Move to number 2. In number 2, we have 3 per 5 divided by 4. Okay, in this case, you got fraction divided by integer number. So, the way to get the answer is you have to change the integer number become fraction first, and then 3 per 5 divided by 4 per 1. After that, you have to change division sign become multiplication sign. So the first fraction is still 3 per 5, division sign become multiplication sign, and the second fraction become 1 per 4. So the previous step you have 4 per 1, and the next step you will get 1 per 4. Remember this one because this is the most important thing in division problem. So after that you just find the 3 per 5 multiplied by 1 per 4. So you got 3 per 20. Okay, and then number 3. In number 3 we have 2 1 per 2 divided by 5 per 6. So in this case you got mixed fraction divided by fraction or proper fraction. So I suggest you to change the mixed fraction become improper fraction by multiply 2 and 2, after that adding by 1. So you got 5 per 2 divided by 5 per 6. After that you have to change division sign by multiplication sign like before, like number 1 and number 2. So you got 6 per 5 here. This is most important thing here. And then after that got the answer, but I try to make it more simple again by simplify the numerator this one by the numerator this one. So you got 1 here and here is 1, and then this one by this one you got divided by 2. This one is here and this one is 3. So the last answer is 1 times 3 equal to 3 and 1 times 1 equal to 1. So 3 per 1 equal to 3. Okay, do you understand? I hope all of you already understand about division of fraction. But remember, the most important thing is the process when you want to change division sign into multiplication sign. Remember, after you change the sign become multiplication sign, you have to change the second fraction by change the numerator become denominator and denominator become numerator. Okay, let's move to the next slide. The next slide is about word problem. So in this example 1, we have there are 3 1 per 4 kg of apple in basket. How many kilogram of apple are there in 8 baskets? So to get the answer, you have to understand first about the story. So in the story, you got 3 1 per 4 kg of apple in a basket, and then after that you have 8 baskets. So how many kilogram of apple altogether? Based on the story, this is about multiplication of fraction. So the answer is 3. Sorry, I want to use white color. Okay, 3 1 per 4 multiplied by 8. Like I told you before, you can change the mixed fraction become improper fraction by multiply 3 and 4, and then after that adding by 1. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 equal to 13 per 4, and then multiply by 8 per 1. To get the answer, you can divide it 4 and 8 first before you find the answer. 4 divided by 4 equal to 1, and 8 divided by 4 equal to 2. So in numerator you got 13 multiplied by 2. 13 multiplied by 2 is 26, and then 1 times 1 equal to 1. So the answer is 26 kilogram of apple in 8 baskets. So if you got the word problem about fraction, the first thing that you have to do is try to understand about the story. If you understand about the story, easy to know the question is about the division or multiplication. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, in the next slide we have example 2. 15 3 per 5 liter of milk will be equally shared to 10 students. How many liters of milk will each student get? So in this case, you have to understand about the story first. This is about division because we have 15 3 per 5 liter milk, and then you share it into 10 students. So the solution is like this: 15 3 per 5 divided by 10. So in this case you can try to change the mixed fraction become improper fraction first, multiply 5 by 15 and then adding by 3. So 5 times 15 equal to 75 plus 3, 78. And then divided by 10 per 1. And then after that you have to change the division sign into multiplication sign. So 78 per 5 multiplied by 1 per 10. And then to make it easy to count, you have to divide it 78 by 10. So 78 divided by 2 equal to 39, and then this is 5. So you got in the numerator 39 times 1 equal to 39, and then 5 times 5 equal to 24. So the answer is 39 per 25, but you can change it into more simplify again by dividing 39 by 25. You got the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 14, and the divisor is still 25. So the last answer is 114 per 25. So the conclusion is each student get 114 per 25 liter of milk. So I think that is enough for today. There is no note for you because this is about topic that similar like what you have done before. You have to try more question again to make yourself understand about this topic.
Okay, I think that's all my explanation about this topic. So, I hope all of you already understand about what I had explained to you before. So, if you have question about this topic, you can write your question in the comment column. And for today, I would like to say thank you for your attention and see you again with me in the next mathematics learning video. Bye!